it appears, and I'm using that word precisely for a reason, that some of you close early because of Christmas. There's still 24th. You guys, some of you have ended working by yesterday, and I'm very upset because when I was waking up to leave my house one morning, everybody was sleeping. Like, no work today, no work today. It's like it's 23rd already.
Essential services. That's what you are.
I don't know what is happening.
Essential. You are essential to their knowing what
Exactly. And
happened
now
in the
their
world
sleep
of
is
sports.
making me sleepy. So I'm so upset, but I'm sure it's going to be a great Christmas. You guys should send me, send me invites. If you have pounded yam in your house, I'm very tired of rice. So if you have pounded yam in your house and fried turkey, send me invites. I'm coming because I don't do Christmas.
So sorry. So it's all good. We only have rice in my house, so you're on your own. All right, so people, join us. We're already streaming live up on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos. You can leave a comment up on the live chat. You can also send WhatsApp messages to 0809 440 and you can take things over to Twitter using the hashtag Lockerroom981. By the way, I'm just putting out an announcement, y'all. It's my birthday next Tuesday. It's my birthday on the 27th. Feel free to send me gifts. I usually don't tell people about my birthday, but you know what? I'm feeling in the birthday spirit. Feel free to show me love on my birthday Tuesday. That's all. I may regret this later on, but for now, I want gifts and I want love. All right, so let's get into the world of sports. And I love that this is the very first story because in Senegal, people are upset. So, the decision by the president, Macky Sall, to pay Senegal's football squad its World Cup bonus, despite the team not hitting its target, has caused anger for some in the West African nation. Because Sall announced 2 days after the team failed to qualify for what they were supposed to qualify for, said we will fully pay the qualification bonuses for the quarterfinals for the whole official delegation, the quarterfinals that they did not get to.
All right, so let me tell you why it's a huge deal. Prior to this, getting to the quarterfinals as an African country has been a huge deal. So first of all, for them to even aim for that, I don't know, Senator, if you where are people going to?
But they're allowed. They're allowed.
They're allowed to be ambitious. And I think what is making people upset is exactly what came after the story. So first of all, they were supposed to get to quarterfinals, and they didn't get to quarterfinals. Of course, that's tough for most African nations. Even Nigeria hasn't gotten to quarterfinals, but that's a story for another day. Um, but what's upsetting most of the people, um, ex-footballers are upset that they're paying them this money, and I'm sure that this ex-footballer was amongst the sets that got to the quarterfinals previously, and maybe they didn't get as much in bonuses. So stop being bitter.
Wait, hold on. Didn't they say there were, wasn't there something about delayed bonuses of that?
No.
No?
That was just that was for the ex-footballers.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
he's just saying no bonuses. But the people that are the most upset are the other athletes in the country. People that maybe run or play basketball or do other things or go to the Olympics. They say that even their participation fee, they don't give them in time. Those are the people with the delayed everything. They're the ones. They're like, even to go, they don't give us money. Now these people did not even qualify for what you wanted, and you're giving the entire team bonuses. Some people can do this. So the government now even modified it, that based on how you perform. So if you played um more, and if you sat on the bench a little more, your bonuses will be different. So they're going to do that. But the other athletes in the country are just like, I don't know what is wrong. We can't all play at the World Cup. I'm a swimmer. How would I get to the World Cup? So yeah, those athletes are really upset. Some ex-footballers are upset. But you know what? Senegal didn't do badly at the event. They didn't do badly.
Tega? No.
They did.
Okay, here's the thing. They didn't do badly, but that's not the point. Oh, see, I'm one of those people. If you put the law in front of me, is it not to be followed?
No.
If you write down an agreement,
Did they write in their contract that they should get to the quarterfinal? They didn't write in their contract. It's just what the president said as they were going.
But and now he has said he'll pay you.
Yeah, he has said to pay. It's a verbal. He can change his mind.
So verbal agreements just count as what?
You can, as long as he didn't write it on paper, it's
Oh
okay. I'm
wow.
fine.
Oh
And it's
wow.
not a law. He didn't pass it as a law.
Who said it doesn't need to be a law?
Look, they had kept the money aside and they're going to pay them for what they did. I'm fine with that. I don't lose any sleep.
They said they
I
will
will
pay them for something that they didn't do. Okay.
I will not lose any sleep, especially as he was overly ambitious. Like, just think about it. Imagine that Nigeria qualified and the president said, go to the quarterfinals. I just feel like, president, you don't want to give them this money. That's what you don't want to give them. If you wanted to give them money, you won't give them that kind of ambition. I would say this too. I think all of that, and then I think other people that are upset also thinking, but look at your mates, Morocco. See how far they went.
Oh, mates. Mates. Okay.
What of your mates? Didn't they win gold when they went to the Olympics? You know, you can have comebacks. I would say this though. If I'm another athlete going for the Olympics, I'm just going to say, you know what? I'm just going to hold this as precedence. That's what I would do. I'll just be like, President Sir, see what you gave them for World Cup. I'm also an athlete.
My foot touched Olympic Village. Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Thank you. All right, now Salt Bay is in sports news. How much am I loving our news today? So FIFA are investigating how the celebrity chef Salt Bay, you remember, gained undue access to the pitch after the World Cup final, where he enthusiastically posed for photos with some surprised Argentina players.
Yes, so he didn't just put for photos. Remember when I told you about the FIFA World Cup trophy that according to FIFA only if you've not won it you can't hold it. I remember getting upset because when that fake one came to Nigeria, and I was like, let me hold it. They said you can't hold it. I was like, but Messi's son held it. How many balls did Messi's son play? How can Mateo hold trophy that I will not hold? My friend, people should allow me. Yeah, they didn't let me go near it.
Messi born you. What are you saying?
I don't understand. If you say it is only people that have won the trophy, or maybe government officials that are allowed, some government officials are allowed, then people's family members shouldn't be holding it.
As a child of God, do you know
Antonella kissed that trophy? Do you know what it means? Cristiano Ronaldo has not held that trophy. He cried for not holding. Antonella was kissing trophy. How many jog did she jog to get that trophy? Anyway, so FIFA is now upset that the picture, and you know what Salt Bay did now? It's Salt Bay. The thing went round. The picture went round. The videos of him taking pictures went round. FIFA just like, you know what? Even if you had just taken it and it wasn't popular, we won't have complained too much. But now the world are saying that anybody can hold it, because that's what it's beginning to look like.
The mystique is gone.
Yeah, the mystique is gone. They now have to investigate to cover their shame. And somebody's head is going to roll to cover their own shame and to cover this embarrassment. But yeah, it's always been there. You've always known it, that you couldn't hold the trophy except you won it, or you're past winner or something. And then Salt Bay came to hold it like meat. So here we are. You are under investigation, sir.
Wow. They should fine you for those words. What did you just do to that trophy? I'm sorry.
But it's going to be a huge deal, because again, it would have been a question of security when you think about it. Aguero getting on the pitch, he will always get on the pitch. He was part of the Argentina contingent. I mean, although he got to the pitch pretty quickly, because it was almost immediately after they won that penalty kick. Like, he ran straight from not watching the penalty. Next thing, he was hugging the other players on the pitch. But clearly, there was some laxity in security around the pitch, and I think that's what's going to be investigated, and they're going to get a lot stricter.
Okay, and let's just read a couple of messages before we move on to our next story. And this one in from Olufemi says, why are the other athletes complaining now? Without a doubt, football remains the world's greatest sport, and the World Cup had incredible numbers. Okay. Okay. And Shayi says, rice is the official meal for Christmas, but I have pounded yam with our soup. So I'm inviting you to join Messi in my house for pounded yam World Cup.
How can you eat pounded yam and soup? That's just a horrible mix. You need pounded yam and white soup, pounded yam and ogbono soup.
This is not the food show.
Oh, pounded yam and egusi.
Manchester City
Yeah.
knockout holders Liverpool in League Cup thriller. This is they knocked Liverpool out of the League Cup in a dramatic 3-2 win at the Etihad Stadium yesterday. And City manager Pep Guardiola said after the World Cup and a long time of not playing, both teams were incredible with high level and intensity.
I would say this for the when I saw the match, I was just like, you guys are kidding me. You want to compete with the World Cup final, don't you? Because Haaland, first of all, brilliant Haaland. From the first kick of the game, Haaland had this opportunity where I thought he would just chip the goalkeeper and the ball would enter the back of the net. And he chipped it and it went over the bar. But you could see his intent from that. So when he scored early in the game, I think he scored around 10 to 11th minute, very early on in the game. I was like, okay, this is the game we should be watching. And it was interesting. They scored, they created chances. It was 1-1 at halftime. They came back immediately after the first half. Before the referee finished blowing whistle, Mahrez had scored. By the time we dropped our hands from celebrating Mahrez's goal, Salah had equalized. I was like, what is happening here? Why is there so much violence in the street? It was a brilliant one. I mean, you're thinking after the World Cup, do you want to see any horrible match? And considering the fact that we've seen other Carabao Cup matches and they were dragging and boring and not remotely exciting, Manchester City and Liverpool gave us a great game yesterday. At the end of the day, Manchester City won, I think primarily because they were the ones they created the most chances and they took advantage of more of the chances. However, I would say this about Liverpool. Liverpool could easily have won that game. Easily, if not for Darwin Nunes. So I think I'm going to open this conversation now. We can if you can call us on these numbers. The numbers to call are
08001448991. 014489981. That's the number to call.
Yeah, those are the numbers to call. So you call those numbers and you tell me, what do you think of Darwin Nunes? Because now you've seen him at the World Cup, you've seen him at Liverpool. Did he just have a great season last season? Is it that he's getting used to the Premier League, or he's really not as good as his price tag claims? So that's what you're telling me. Your assessment on Darwin Nunes, is he good or he was just in good form last season? The numbers again.
014489981. Let's take this first call. Hello, good morning. What is your name and your location?
Hello, good morning. My name is Steve from Lekki.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, first of all, I want to say, I want to say something to say that for calling out Cristiano Ronaldo, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't really hear him.
You haven't.
Okay, so hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you speak up for us? Okay, a little better. Just speak up as you talk, so we can hear what you have to say.
Okay. For Darwin Nunes, I'm a Liverpool fan though. But for Darwin Nunes, I think maybe he's trying to maybe get used to the Premier League or let's say the
Somebody's
English
alarm
league.
going.
You understand? For me, I don't think he has really settled down yet.
Okay.
But for that game yesterday, I would have preferred if Bobby would have started that game. It could have been better than Nunes. Maybe him coming in for second half. It could have
Okay.
that the deed has been done. So that's just it.
All right. Thank you very much. He doesn't think, he still thinks Darwin Nunes is settling down. So you tell me, what do you think? Is Darwin Nunes as good? Was Darwin Nunes good last season, and is he really worth that price tag based on what you've seen at the World Cup and the season so far? Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll be taking your phone calls.
We are your number one adult contemporary radio station.
Yeah, his voice was really low in the beginning. So project when you're talking.
Yes, YouTube people.
YouTube people. Okay. Let me see where YouTube people are.
Send your messages in.
Say something. YouTube people. I'm not seeing your message. Hey, I've pressed spoil. Shopwell left the studio and now I've started everything. I have pressed play. I have pressed play. WhatsApp has disappeared because I.
WhatsApp has disappeared?
I don't want to show in the video.
I thought you pressed spoil on YouTube, not WhatsApp.
No, I've pressed spoil on WhatsApp.
Okay, no, you haven't. I see WhatsApp behind.
Oh, it's behind.
Wow, what a dramatic human being you are.
It just went away. I was like, okay.
Okay, we're back. YouTube is here.
Okay.
So I'm not used to these very, very, very long braids. I already want to remove them from my life, but it's not going to happen.
So they should do the one that you can easily see my hair doesn't leave the top of this head.
It's not going to happen. I am going to fling once it gets a bit older. I'll be flinging it in people's faces. I see. I understand why people with long hair feel the need to have attitude. All right, we are. Oh, okay. We're back in 1 minute.
You should have told me I should have slept now.
You slept? What?
I should have slept in these 2 minutes that we had. I'm so sleepy.
See, people. At 9:45, it will be 9:55 because Sheon is going to come and disrupt the studio after the 9:45 break. But either way, before 10 o'clock, I shall be out of here and I'll be in the real world looking for presents for people.
Oh, wow.
It's Kemi's birthday on the 29th. It's her 30th. I got nothing.
I put in a full party.
She's
Notice I said he people.
You're not going anywhere.
I've decided I'm just going to sleep this holiday.
You've got your taskmasters. All right, here we are back for more. 34 minutes gone past 8 o'clock. Let's get back into the stories and into your messages. And by the way, up on WhatsApp, Hector in Lucky says, "Oh, and starch."
Yeah, that's
okay. So shall we get back to the phone lines on Nunez?
Okay, let's go back to the phone lines.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and your location?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and what is your location?
Yeah, it's from Ojo.
Hey, go right ahead on Nunes. Your assessment on Nunes.
Yeah, I think the issue with Nunes is that he has not really adapted to this kind of player. But I think he's a good player, but not to that price tag they kept. I think it's very high, but Nunes generates for me. Yeah. And let me quickly say this. The first caller I called, I know where he was going, although he didn't hear him. He was trying to say Tega has been going on. He doesn't like the way Tega has been lashing at Cristiano Ronaldo. And let me say this for him. Cristiano Ronaldo will keep lashing on to because he doesn't respect anybody. Seriously. And I know as it's been message I did not want to go for. Tega will still say the same thing about him. So let him just not disturb Tega about anything or whatsoever about that. And I think he went as far as lashing at Ralph Ragnick. He said he doesn't expect that Man United will appoint a coach as Ralph Ragnick. He went on to disrespect and stuff like that.
All right, Eze, we've got to let you go. We've got other callers, but thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, moving on. Hello, good morning. What's your name and your location?
Hello, good morning. Shopper with the Christmas hair.
Yes, thank you.
Good morning, Tega.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Ketu.
All right, Ibuku, go right ahead. Your assessment on Darwin Nunes.
I think he's going to come good. Everybody goes through a bad patch. And I watched the match yesterday. They made some sitters. And who hasn't made sitters? From Ronaldo to Messi to the big Ronaldo to Ibrahimovic, name it. Every big player has had a rough patch. I think he'll come good.
Okay.
So, anyway, he's better than Jadon Sancho. That's we should have the knives out for him yet.
Okay. All right. All right, I like that. He said everybody's saying he's going to come good. I will see how that turn out because I don't know. I've seen him with his national team. I've seen him in the first half of the match, and I saw him yesterday. I was like, this guy's finishing leaves a lot to be desired. But let's see how it goes for him.
So Tyre up on WhatsApp says, I pray to God Nunez doesn't give someone a heart attack. It's like he inherited the Lukaku gene. Wow.
Even Lukaku wasn't this bad until he was injured.
Okay, we move on. Let's move on. We've got more stories to touch on. And this next one is about Manchester United hosting League One side Charlton Athletic in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. So, 8-time champions Manchester City will play Southampton after knocking out holders Liverpool in their 3-2 thriller.
Yeah, so the quarterfinal draws were out yesterday, and they're going to all be played in January. So Manchester United versus Charlton, Man City versus Southampton, Nottingham Forest versus Wolves, and Newcastle will take on Leicester City. I think that Newcastle Leicester City will be the one that to look out for. And then of course Manchester City Southampton. But for some reason I have a feeling that is the kind of game that Southampton will go and concede 7 goals. So at the end of the day, the competition may not be as tough as it is. But yes, especially yesterday, after the Manchester United game, and I must talk about the Manchester United game because I know the British media wanted to kill us when Rashford scored that brilliant goal. Look, by the way, I accept that was a brilliant run. It was fantastic, pacey, athletic, and at the end of the day, he still had the power to finish off the shot. So, by every standard, it was a brilliant goal. But the way they spoke about this goal, you will think it was Diego Maradona. I cannot believe what I heard. One solo run with the I was like, hey, Nigerian media, people should be good though, because people don't hype your guys like this. Because the way they hype this guy, you think he just won the World Cup single-handedly. But yeah, it was a brilliant goal by Marcus
Rashford. The
Rashford.
best demon to make is out of an angel you created.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
At the end of the day, yeah, he still didn't World Cup.
Oh.
I know. It's like when I was watching their games yesterday, just like, why are you tired? It's not like you played for long. I remember when Goodigan sat on the floor and he was holding his hamstring. I said, guy, you crashed out in the first round. Why are you making noise? My friend, stand up and run around.
This is so rude. This is so rude.
Yeah, everybody's open. It's open season for me. I pick on anybody. But yeah, it was a fantastic goal and it was a good performance by Manchester United. Although I would say this, Burnley did have chances that they could have made the game a little. Let me not say they could have made the game tougher, but they could have made the game a little more interesting, and they didn't. So, but it was a brilliant goal by Marcus Rashford, I must say. But next up, they face the Charlton side. I think that's easy peasy. I think the Carabao Cup will start getting interesting, of course, in the semi-finals, and let's see who makes it to the finals. But so far, so good. Those are the 8 teams that are going to play in January for the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Next up, FA Cup.
Let's talk about Arsenal. The Premier League leaders are aiming to strengthen their squad in the January transfer window, but must identify players with the right qualities, is what Arteta said yesterday.
The first thing they must identify is forward, because Edin Keita is not a replacement. He's not a good striker. There's no reality in which Edin Keita is a great acquisition. He shouldn't have been given a contract. He shouldn't have stayed, and he certainly shouldn't have been given that number 14 jersey. But they gave it to him, and now he's disgracing the jersey. In fact, that disrespect that Cristiano Ronaldo was saying they was disrespecting him, that's what Edin Keita is doing to that number 14 jersey. But yeah, Arsenal need to buy a striker, especially as Gabriel Jesus is out. God knows how do you survive without that lead striker for Arsenal? Yeah, so they need a buy. So all this talk that Mikel Arteta is talking too much, he doesn't have any choice. He has to make a replacement, and quickly, because if they're going to try, first of all, remember they've been knocked out of this Carabao Cup that was played. They're knocked out by Leicester City, and Leicester City is going to face Newcastle next. But they're knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Their top of the table is looking good, like for the first time in I think maybe 19 years. They're about to do the do. You need a striker. You need a striker.
You're gonna need one in front.
You're gonna need the guy up front. Nketia cannot help you. So the Shakarov, you're looking for the right fit. Oga, no good player is going to be available in January. So just buy the one that is available.
Wow.
Use him. Stop bragging. But it's going to be interesting as usual. The league should have started this weekend, but of course this weekend is Christmas. So Monday, hey, I thank you, Lord. You may not see me here on Monday because Monday is Boxing Day football.
Oh yeah.
I don't
The
have time for that.
legendary Boxing
And it's
Day
Arsenal
football.
taking on West Ham. London Derby on Boxing Day. What a wow.
Hey,
So it'll be fantastic
it's a
to
real
see
Christmas dream, y'all.
yeah, it'll be fantastic to see how both teams come back from the holidays. But yes, Arsenal is going to need to buy because of that injury.
Okay, and a real quick, Frankie de Jong is one of Barcelona's most important players, and the club never wanted to sell him, says President Laporta.
Laporta is lying on international TV. Sorry, international radio. It's not TV yet. This is radio. He's lying on YouTube, Sha.
He said, I never wanted to sell Frankie.
He's lying on YouTube. Hey, let me tell you, short of putting the young in a sack, and tossing him
You
out
actually
of,
made me snort. I can't believe I just did that.
and tossing him out of Camp Nou. They wanted to sell. Look, there's nothing they didn't do. They auctioned the guy. They negotiated. They put him on display. They put him in a box, wrapped him in a nice ribbon, and were almost shipping him to Manchester United. The player came out of the box and said, "I'm not going anywhere." That's the only reason the young is there. So it's good to have great World Cup. All of a sudden now, Frankie de Jong is a fantastic football. He forgot when throughout the summer they wanted to frustrate the boy's life. They reduced the price. They held back his salary. They said, we don't have money to pay you. They added book that they did accounting that we didn't even know about just to sell Frankie de Jong. Then Frankie de Jong had a good first half, but he had a fantastic World Cup. All of a sudden, you never wanted to say Laporta from your mouth. This football, this club owners are like politicians. Cannot hold them to their word. Anyway, he has said it. So Manchester United, if you're looking to buy Frankie de Jong, look away.
Look away.
That's all I can say.
Look away. Okay, Chidozie says, first of all, Victor Shom says, Nunez is the white Lukaku.
Ew.
That's all. And Chidozie says, please, Tega, dear Tega Supreme. Oh, are we getting another letter writer? Okay. Dear Tega Supreme, please, what's your take on Premier League referees coming out to admit some errors in the first half of the season?
They were doing analysis and now saying that former players should come and become referees. And don't say Premier League referees as if Michael Oliver was one of the people that came out to say.
And Tayo says, I don't know what kind of quality advice Tega is giving Arsenal. Please leave them. In Nketiah we trust. He didn't inherit jersey number 14 for no reason.
Okay, we are here. I'm sure you are not an Arsenal fan. You must be a Chelsea fan.
Chimalbi Victor says, thank you, Shopware, for identifying. I didn't identify anybody, but it's okay. Thank you, Shopware, for identifying Arsenal as the league leader. You're just on point. And for Mikel Oluwashina Arteta, should better look for a quality striker to replace Gabriel Jesus. He can go to... Oh, where did he go? He can go to Florentina to look for a striker. We will demolish West Ham United. And for Juan Laporta, this is a broad daylight lie. Now, wow, for this kind of president.
As if we're not there all of the summer and the first half of the season. As if we're not there.
Tega, I need to breathe. Stop with this.
Every
I need to
2
breathe.
minutes. Every 2 minutes. If as soon as
You can't kill me with laughter. I refuse.
as soon as they're looking for money, let's sell Frankie de Jong. If you want to buy burger, let's sell Frankie de Jong. Every small thing. Now he's a leader. I don't blame you. I blame the people that put mic in front of your mouth and did not call out your line.
I need to breathe. Thank you and goodbye. Find her up on Twitter. You know what? Find her up at the next comedy show. Why don't you? It will be sports themed, but also find her up on Twitter at Tega Supreme. Coming up 9 o'clock, Lagos. You will be talking right here on Smooth Breakfast.
All right, people. It was nice doing business with you.
You're going to pay me money. How can you make me laugh so much? I snort on air.
You'll be all right.